BowenDigitalMedia.com. BowenDigitalMedia.com. As my wife is typing away on her little phone. What are you saying over there on your little phone?
I was going to try to share your YouTube link to my Facebook, but I was having technical difficulties. So
IT support here. How may I help you?
That's right. I need you around because it's just not the same.
So we're having a little NorCal versus SoCal tonight, and I think SoCal is better. I'm a SoCal kind of guy. I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada, and the Bay Area, but I like SoCal better than NorCal. I have decided officially I feel better here. Mow at home.
Nope. I'm a Bay Area brat, so
remind me when it's 100,000 degrees this summer.
Right.
Dang it!
You know what I'm missing right now? I'm missing seeing all the comments and stuff from people because I don't get to see that now.
You're not getting the control panel, right?
I don't get the control panel. I'm feeling my control freak wanting to know what's going on behind the scenes now. So
yeah, well, when I get you a StreamYard and you can start driving your own show, that'll be cool. Anyways, welcome everybody. Tell us in the comments where you're from. We were supposed to have a meeting this morning. I don't know what happened. I saw an email that you were live and then you weren't there. I don't know. Anyways, he was interested in maybe having me make a website for him. But anyways, that happens sometimes. People get the time zones wrong or whatever. I actually was just talking about that on LinkedIn. What do you guys think about these Calendly virtual assistant scheduler things, right? So I use Calendly, and I'm finding about 25% of the people that schedule an appointment with me don't actually show up. And sometimes it's a time zone issue, and sometimes it's they forgot. I don't know. Anyways, seems to be that more people will actually show up if what time do I don't know what that means. Anyways, I'm from Virginia. Jairus Tucker's the man. Love Jairus. He runs Real One-on-One Consulting, and if you're not connected with him on Facebook or LinkedIn, you should do that now. He's also on Instagram and YouTube and all the socials. He's my buddy. Jane Babcock, Veterans Benefit Educator. Welcome to the show.
Is it cold there? I bet it still is, right?
From Wisconsin. So Joe Stepke and I, you know that guy.
I know him. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, this is Teresa. Teresa's coming to us from Latin America. I think down in Argentina or something like that, if I remember right. So good night, Teresa. She shares a lot of my posts. I appreciate that. But I was talking to Joe Stepke, and we were talking about Joe, the finance guy. And I help run the social media for Joe, the finance guy. He's my client. So we're talking about campaign ideas, and we're going to be talking about lawn furniture and outdoor furniture for the next couple months because
it's we get some new ones.
Well, I had a poll. Yeah, I had a poll, and so what brought this up in my mind was we got those lights, and then I realized when I was telling you that you were gonna love me because I fixed the sprinklers, you were actually probably thinking I hung the lights. Yeah, I didn't hang the lights, but they're still there in the box. I actually was talking about that with the Edwards. Did you see my? I'm actually asking you. Did you see my Instagram post? I think you saw my Facebook thing because I think I saw a thumbs up from you. But I was over at their house in Orange. Yeah, so that was we were at the park by their house and in their house and in the backyard of their house last night. They have LED lights like we got, but theirs changed color. I don't know if ours changed color. Probably not, huh? But it was pretty cool. So their lights turned blue and green and white. Anyways,
yeah,
cool. Same size as ours.
I would love a new set of patio furniture. I don't know that this is the top of my list.
I brought that up. So to tie it all together, so I was over there last night, did the shot, an hour and a half photo shoot turned into 4 hours. You know how it is. Anyways, so they fed me, which was nice. They bought me pizza. Super cool. Anyways, took the photos, put those up on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook last night and today. I actually did a conversion. I think is actually really cool. You know that one where they're laughing? They're like, anyways, I turned that into pencil art.
I saw that. Yeah.
And I did a colorized version. I haven't been doing that. I've been doing black and whites. like charcoal, and then I did a colorized version. I think the color actually is pretty cool because in that photo, if you look at it, I have my LED lights going the blue, my LED light, that one. The rest of you at home probably don't, but my wife does. Anyways, I had that going blue in that picture, and then they had their Edison bulbs burning yellow. So we had some different colors going, which was really cool. Kind of like fire and ice was the idea. So when I turned that into the pencil, it pulled out almost like not purple, but velvety, you know what I mean, that color. And then there was some green in there, which is cool because there was I think it's pulling that green out from the leaves and stuff that are in the photo. Anyways,
it actually reminded me is I used to sometimes do point art. So I've done a couple of drawings with just dots.
Yeah, like take
complementary colors like purple and yellow.
Yeah, and take the tip and then
I don't know why I never thought about that, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's actually what's happening realistically. Because anyways, I don't, for any of you watching, if you're curious, I don't draw at all. Like I think my wife wants me to show a picture of our wedding.
Oh, we gotta get that.
Yeah, where is that? I don't know, but it's not here tonight, so we'll save that for another day. But I can't draw to save my life. So, anyways, when you see my pencil sketches, it's not me drawing by hand; it's me messing around in Photoshop.
And if you saw a pencil drawing from me, it would be by hand because it's not done on the
computer. We are opposites in many, many ways, and that's one of them. But it's cool because together we make a pretty darn good team. So to tie all this together, we were
you need hair to flip back when you do that.
Right?
Tie all this together.
Yeah. So tie all this together. So the light bulbs made me think of why you were excited. Like you're gonna love me. And then that honestly, that's when it came in my mind. I'm like, I'll bet that's what she thought.
I've learned through the years not to have any expectations. So
it's the best.
I do not think
that's kind. You never get disappointed if you don't.
I was like, okay, why am I gonna love you? Like
I work really, really hard, but it's not always on what you want me to work hard. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, but I fixed all the sprinklers.
Are they really? For now.
At this moment, they are all working. I even got my leaky valve to stop. So now I'm wondering, like, shit, because I bought more stuff to like rip it apart and do it again. But now it's not leaking. So now it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep my eye on it.
So, very good, dear.
Yeah,
so we're catching up because like he's away and
I haven't seen my wife in weeks. So you're all this. You want to know what real life is like? This is our real life. So, anyways, okay. So the lawn furniture, how that all ties into the light story. So we're outside. I'm doing the photo shoot with them. And I'd never been to their place before. And by the way, we're gonna love like hanging out with these guys. They're our age and they're fun, and we need friends down here. So we got some. Cool. Except for they're both super tall. I felt like a midget. Like I always feel small, anyways.
So all their pictures looking up.
Yeah, and what's funny is all I could hear is my brother in my mind. He's like, Ira, nose hair. We don't want to see any. So in my mind, Tim, if you're watching, I had you in my mind. No nose hairs. So in full disclosure, I was like on stuff all night trying to shoot down over these trees. But anyhow, they have really cool lawn furniture. Like it's very nice. It's not the like wicker or the white stuff that you see. Like Vegas survived the winter storm. We will rebuild. Remember that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I was telling Joe Stepke about all that, but then that's where we decided, hey, we should, for Joe the finance guy, all this of this last 10 minutes from a conversation that I had with Joe Stepke that lasted about 15 seconds. So there's that. But anyways, Joe the finance guy.
All right.
Increase your retail sales at no cost to your business because the clients pay the fee when they purchase. But basically it's kind of like a program where if they walk in just to complete the advertisement for them anyways. If they walk into your retail store and they need to buy something, but they don't have cash, they don't have enough credit on their credit card, this is another way that they can pay. They can walk away with the item that day, and you get paid fully funded right away from Acima Credit. And, the client pays a little convenience fee through Acima for that, but it's no cost of goods sold for you. So everybody wins. Acima gets some business, you get more business, and the client gets to walk away with the product instead of going home feeling like a loser. So it's a win-win-win.
Joe's the man.
Joe is like the man. I always tell people he's my first client with Bowman Digital Media. And he was partly what gave me confidence to do this thing full time. So Joe's a great guy. And he actually sends me more referrals than anybody else too, which I love. Speaking of another guy that I love, Adam, who lives in Virginia. He's already reached out to me, by the way. He said, hey, when you're in Washington, D.C., let's hook up for a drink or something.
Well, and our old friend Kelly from back when we first met is out in that area. And she's
well, that's where they're from, right? Yeah. So they're from that. They're from that area. I want to say Arlington is where they're from.
Cool.
If I remember right. No, I'm talking about Kelly. I think all of them. I think they were all. It was Jared, Kelly, and Jeremy.
I don't remember. That's years ago.
It's been a while. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, or
it's been 8 kids. That was back when 0 was enough, really.
Yeah. That would actually be cool to see her though, because it's been a hot minute since we've seen them too. I mean, it's been like a year probably after we got married or so since.
Yeah, Adam's in Virginia. So if you don't know, Adam runs Accountants That Care. It's Work From Home is the business name, but it's Accountants That Care is the website. I actually built the website for him. He was a client of mine, so I appreciate that. So what they do CFO, fractional CFO work, accounting. So if you need help with your taxes, if you need somebody to do your books, if you need somebody to, be basically a part-time chief financial officer for your business, Adam is the guy. That website is Accountants That Care. So accountantsthatcare.com.
Very cool.
Yeah, I might pull it up.
And Adam's website is the best one out there in that line of work, I bet.
I don't even think that's in question. Yeah.
I'm saying that.
Right. So let's do this, because I like to support those that support us. We are about win-win networking. So since my buddy Adam is here, this is Adam. Okay. And if you want to go ooh and ah, I made this page. I made this whole website. So,
wow.
Ooh, right? I mean, it's really good. I actually designed this from scratch. A lot of times I will take like other people's work and augment it, but I actually built this. Did you know that I can do vector art? I can. I love this too. So partners tabs are really cool. A lot of people do not fully appreciate the value that partners tabs have.
I didn't see myself on there.
Yeah, we didn't put you on there. You know why?
Keller Street, another direct sales. Scott and Sellers direct sales. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably his buddy. But I got Bowman Coaching.
But Adam, if you want to add me, I'm sure my husband will add you.
Exit your ways on there. Panano, all our buddies. This wonderful company. Joe, the finance guy. This is Professor Pete Alexander. So yeah, some really cool things. And then this is another thing that I really like about Adam. When you sign up to do business with Adam, his company, he actually lets you pick which one of these 3 charities that you would like to contribute to their philanthropies, and he makes a donation in your name.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So anyways, there you go. Partners tab.
Childhood cancer one.
On your websites, and if you haven't done your income taxes yet, you better get on that, and we're in that boat.
So, I was like, are you
I'm talking about us too.
Get on that.
Yeah, but he's got checklists and stuff for you, and then the blog, right? So there's some really cool stuff in here. Anyways, check it out. It's Adam's website. Again, Accountants That Care. I will put that link in.
So if I have questions when I'm doing our taxes this year, I'm gonna.
He already did
with Adam really close, huh?
Yeah, Adam's the guy. And
I
Adam,
taxes, I have to tell you, but I'm the one that does them in our house.
the only thing I don't understand about Adam is he likes candy corn.
He likes candy corn?
Yeah.
Well, your daughter likes candy corn a lot. And
The one that doesn't like bacon.
What?
The one that doesn't like bacon? Which one?
No, Marlena loves candy corn.
Oh, well.
And she has good taste, so
we'll see. I haven't seen pictures of the boy yet. I'll let you know.
Hey.
Easy, partner. Oh.
You better not be watching this.
Oh, she doesn't watch my stuff. Are you kidding me?
Anyways.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
So,
we'll just leave that alone.
Tell everybody what you've been eating except that pizza since I've been gone.
Which day? So let's see.
Oh, I thought you've been eating the same thing every day.
I've had the same thing since I made it, but not necessarily for dinner. So let's see. Monday, I had Jack in the Box. No, wait. Monday was the day I came back. Monday, I had Burger King for dinner. Tuesday, I had Jack in the Box because I didn't have. It's not that I didn't have any groceries. There are groceries in this house. There are things in the freezer, but I'm like, yeah. I'm not going to make more turkey for burritos. So I had Jack in the Box Tuesday. Wednesday is the night that I made the macaroni and meat. That is an Ira's special. So I had that for dinner. And then yesterday I had macaroni and meat. Yes. Did you see that? I love it. She hates it. So Thursday I had some of that for lunch and then pizza for dinner. And today I have had a banana and a sandwich. I actually bought cold cuts when I went to the store. So I've had a turkey ham roast beef sandwich with Munster.
Oh, you got the good stuff. Not the cheap stuff I buy for the kids.
No, it's actually the exact same stuff. Because I saw it's funny. I didn't look. I just assumed there was no lunch meat. I don't know why. I didn't look. So I just bought some. So there was ham and turkey in there that was already open. So I'm eating that first.
I hope you smelled it first.
I didn't. I just ate it.
You're still living though, so it's okay.
Oh, I'll be all right. Yeah. So I finished
cream that my mom had.
Yeah, I finished off the ham, and I'm working on a turkey, and I finished off.
You made way too much macaroni and meat. You told me, so he's going to be eating a lot of.
I made 5 boxes of macaroni.
Why the heck would you make 5 boxes?
Two pounds.
Our whole family, and we have leftovers.
Hang on a second, and 2 pounds of ground beef.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I had extra. Yeah. But I put it all in. So there you go. That's what.
When you want
I bought chicken thighs. You know, one of those packs, like 6 packs or whatever. And my intention was, and I bought Alfredo sauce and noodles. And in full disclosure, my wife doesn't like Alfredo. So I thought, you know what? I'll have a little of each while they're gone. I'll have chicken Alfredo pasta and I'll have macaroni and meat. And that's like great because
the sob story, the things you don't get a lot of because your wife doesn't like.
That was my point. That was my strategy. Was like it wasn't anything to knock on you. It's just like, hey, I
still make that stuff, even though I think it's. Though you know what, Alfredo has.
Hang on a second, Hazel. What are you doing?
What?
This lady Hazel is like putting up every emoji there is in the comments. I don't know. I don't get it.
She loves us. I
think she might be trying to help us with more comments, but she doesn't know I don't need the help. I really don't.
Okay.
I don't need the comments for comments' sake, but you know, I mean, it's not offensive or anything. It's just like I usually share comments on the show, but like, what the hell does that? It doesn't do anything.
Is that a man on his own type thing there? I don't know.
I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. Like, is it code for something? Is there something I'm just not hip with it? I don't know.
It sure looks like Morse code or something with the ...
Right. So Hazel, tell us, like, is there a greater purpose behind this? I mean, educate me. I'm cool. You know, like, it doesn't bother me. You can knock yourself out, have fun. But I'm just scrolling through. I'm scrolling through the comments, going, what? What is happening?
People are probably wondering what the heck we're talking about because we miss each other, so we're talking because
we have a larger audience than we normally do.
Do we? So we talking about.
I think people are fascinated about our life. You know what I mean? Like,
and you know what?
I've been married for 20 years. Like, I don't usually cook for myself. I mean, in full disclosure, like ever, I never cook. So this has been one of those things. And it's funny because what did I say? Like, I wanted to cook that chicken like 2 nights in a row, and it kept like.
Yeah, he told me yesterday. I was on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, but time kept getting away from me, and then it was like, I don't want to." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know all about that." So when dinner is late,
no, that's your job, lady. You know, I want the meal like.
And you're like, "Wow, we're eating late tonight."
I don't care. Like, you know, it's funny now. I really don't care anymore. So when I was working for ARC or for Cal Survey or something like that, I wanted more like, I really do like a schedule. Like if anybody knows me, you know, like I'm pretty much, I'm a routine guy. But now, I don't know.
The funny thing though is I never knew when you would be home.
I know. Now I'm here.
Now it's more, well, but you're still on meetings. I don't know what time you're going to be available. I have dinner ready and you come when you come. Because
we were talking about that a little bit with the county stuff. It's like, that's part of it. Like you book, like my day gets booked and then it's still a crapshoot because like yesterday, here's a perfect example. And I was late yesterday, which I don't, you know, I'm not normally late.
That's a no-no in the Iowa one.
Yeah, you know that. And I was actually not just a little late. I was like an hour late. So I felt really bad. So my plan was Rosalind and Andrew's son, he gets out of school, I think at 3. So I was going to leave here at 2 because it's an hour drive from where we are to where they are. So I was going to leave at 2. Well, I've been having trouble with Project Help You Grow's website for a while. In full disclosure, just in case anybody doesn't know, I'm having a couple issues, and it's serious issues, but it's not an easy fix because I'm a web developer. I do this for a living. And anyways, I called in some big guns to try to help me because I have nerd friends that are even better than me. You know what I mean? Like I think we all do, and we all need those people. So I've called in a few big guns, and the one guy I was talking to he's been actually developing websites for 20 years. I mean, he's probably the smartest person I know at this stuff. So we were on the phone yesterday for about an hour and a half. I thought that was going to be a 5-minute call because I thought he would be like, oh yeah, just go here and do this and it'll be over. So we start driving and it's frustrating him, even though this thing wasn't planned. You know, it wasn't a scheduled call. It was just a, you know, one of those things. Anyways, he was frustrated because like he's like, I can fix this. Yeah. You know, so it's one of those. Anyways, before I knew it, it was 3:00 here. And I was supposed to be there at 3. Well, you know what happens in LA at 3:00, don't you? Yeah, not much if you're on the freeway. you could grow your dinner. So I got there at like 4:30. Anyways, worked out okay. They fed me dinner.
You horrible, horrible person. You know what I've been doing most of the
time? The gas too. Did I forget to mention that the car was low? We don't even drive the car. So it's not like I knew. Like, you know, just of course it's empty. Whatever.
I've got a lot of cross stitching done in the last week.
Are you done?
No. My mom said that. She's like, well, you're you know, getting close, mate. You know, you're like, I don't remember what number she said, halfway or something. I was like, no.
No, but I mean, it looks impressive.
Yeah.
Like you've covered a wide area. I think that's probably why she said that.
Yeah, right? It goes out. So it's a lot, but yeah.
So we've told this story before for any of you who are wondering what the hell we're talking about. My wife did our Christmas tree skirt. You started that the year we got married, didn't you?
The year we got married, because we didn't have any. And I thought, I'll make this. I'd never done it before. I had no idea.
We didn't have a pot to piss in when we got married. We had everything was like secondhand from Goodwill or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, that year we had like no ornaments for the tree. So I got little teddy bears because I was a hairstylist and I would go to this store, and they were giving out these little bears. Well, one of the girls was a customer of mine as well. And so I was like, oh, this will be cute on my tree. I don't have any ornaments. And she's like, oh, here. So I have like 5 of those. So I was tying them.
We had those for a while too.
And it was instead of a star or an angel, we had a Santa hat because that's what we had. And we had
literally nothing. We were star-eyed crossed kids, but with nothing to our name. But anyways, it was easier to move back then.
Yeah, but so I thought, oh, well, I saw this cute thing. I don't remember how much it cost, but oh, well, I'll make this because I can do that type of stuff. I had never crafted a day in my life. I had no idea how long this stuff took. And
was that really your first one?
Yeah, I'd never done it before. I had done a little embroidery with my mom when I was little, but I'd never done a cross stitch. And so
because you've been sewing since you were 8, right? So
I had my first sewing machine, I think, when I was 8.
That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah, I've been sewing for a long time, but not cross stitch. And so, yeah, it was way more labor intensive than I realized. Long story short, because you start and then you put it away for a while, 10 years. It was our 10th Christmas before that thing actually made it to the tree.
It's like my 19 years to graduate college. I wasn't actually in class for 19 years.
Yeah. Right? So, but our daughter Lizzie said that she wanted the one that we have. And I said, well, I mean, I'll probably use it until we die. You might want one sooner. I said, well, I'll make you one. And so I started this. Now other kids are saying how they want one. And I think the package you picked up from the outside the other day is another one I saw on sale.
So I didn't open that, but it does feel like something like that.
Yeah. And so
you've got a stack of boxes already, by the way.
Yeah. So, but I enjoy it. You know what? Truthfully, I like it better. I used to play a lot of games at night and that type of stuff and just really wasted time. Well, now I'm creating something that will live maybe for generations. Who knows? That might get passed down from her to her kids and those types of things. So to me, that helps keep me going, that, you know, this is for my kids and my grandkids and those types of things, because I better have grandkids. Anyways.
Yeah, at this rate, if we don't have any, I will be pissed off.
Yeah. So
I was talking to somebody today who said you should go get that taken care of. You know, the surgery, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. The one that, yeah.
Snip.
It's a lot easier for you than me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. Just go in there. Don't be
whatever.
You know what? I'm going to be 44. Wow. I'm going to be 44 next week, right? Or the week after.
A week and a half or so. Yeah.
Ask Ira, he'll tell you how many days, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care, but
God has a plan, so we'll see.
44 plus 18 is too old.
Yeah. That's what I've thought recently.
62, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have insurance, right? I think.
Are you working on that? Oh, well, the other thing I've spent a lot of time on this week, though, was looking.
No, not that insurance. I mean, health insurance.
Oh, yeah.
I have life insurance, but I haven't signed up for the other one yet. No.
Yeah. The more. I want more.
Extra, please. No, I'm going back and forth. This is actually, we could talk about this. This is something that we are thinking about, right? So extra life insurance, will and trust, all that stuff, you know, responsible adults. So for Adam and anybody else who's in the financial world, this is a real life scenario for us. We're looking at extra life insurance, term life. I have some of the other stuff. So, you know,
well, and you used to have some through your work, but now you're independent.
So I lost the term, and I had some for me and I had some for my wife. So we've had this coverage before, and it's now gone since I lost my job at ARC. So I'm going back and forth in my mind between the 20-year policy and the 30-year policy, because term insurance, when you have term life insurance, you only get it if you die. It doesn't add any cash value. You know, at the end, when you're done, it's thank you very much, but you don't get any, there's no refund, right? For not cashing in the policy. So my thought is,
so I got to kill you by the end.
Yeah. Or it's nothing. So the cost difference between a 20-year and a 30-year when you're in your 40s is about 50% more, right? So it's 1.5 times. To go with the 30-year plan, it's a fixed rate. It's about 50% more per month, and you're going to do that for 30 years. But this is probably the last time that we realistically will be able to buy life insurance, because I don't see him selling it to me at 62, at least not for a price that I would want to pay. So my thought is, do I get the 30-year plan? But then I had the realization, like, what do you get that kind of life insurance for? Because again, I already have life insurance. If I die, I have some, right? So I'm buying this extra. The main reason why I got it in the first place was to cover the mortgage, because the other policy would give my wife plenty of money to live on for a while, like a decade, without any issues. So if the house is paid and she has living expenses, paid, then I'm good, because, by then at 10 years in, you'll have figured something else out. So
I'll marry some wealthy guy.
Or you'll start living with one of the kids. I mean, realistically, at that point, you'd be in your 80s. So with the 20-year plan, well, what's happening in those 20 years is I'm paying off my mortgage, realistically. So at the end of the 20 years, I can be without a mortgage and be in the same spot. But if I go the extra 10 years, then you bank all that money, and then you can travel and do things. Your quality of life would be a lot better. So anyway,
be a cougar.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That's actually not a selling point, honestly. So maybe I'm with the 20-year plan. But anyways, for those of you who are interested, that's what's going on.
Yeah, this stuff gives me angina. I swear, it stresses me, and wills and.
Well, the will I'm gonna go with. Actually, I don't know that you would. I love it. Kenneth is saying, "Don't call me old, punk."
That's right. That's right. I need plenty. I need plenty of money if he dies.
Kenneth,
I'll have a good old time.
But Kenneth, this is where I'm at. Would you want to have an 18-year-old child right now at 62 and a half?
Oh, we're talking about life insurance.
I know, but that's where that was coming up from.
Oh.
That was the conversation before.
I don't know that I want an 18-year-old now.
You got a 6-year-old. So anyways, I think, I hate to say this, but I think I'm going to have to block Hazel.
Oh, is she still doing?
She's still going. She's having fun. Like, I don't know that it really harms anything.
Maybe it's a young person.
Huh?
Maybe it's a young person.
I'm looking at the picture, and it's a picture of an elderly African-American lady. I don't know, but who knows? That could be anything.
It could be anybody. So
Kenneth just gave me the answer that I see. This is why the surgery. This is why maybe it's time to snip.
But okay, see, now you start saying that, and it's like, I pretty much know that I'll probably never have another baby. But there's part of me that's like,
yeah, but the thought,
it's Russian roulette. If God gives us one.
The thought that I go through now more and more is just, would you even make it through it?
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a fun conversation. Yeah. My health, just since our last child has gone down, and even I have a bleeding disorder now, so delivery.
Yeah. So anyways, there's all that stuff. That's the consideration on the fixing my junk. I don't know how else to say that, but anyways, closing down the shop.
Oh, let's segue.
But the insurance is I think that's, I don't know, maybe they're both interesting to people. Should I ever get fixed? But
let's start a survey.
We really could do that. And it probably would get a lot of votes. 8 is enough. Snip. No, strive for 9. Vote in the comments. Let's see. Whoever wins, we'll do it. But the insurance too. I'd be interested in you guys' opinions on that too. So what do you think? So I'm going to be 44 here. Should I go with the 20-year plan, which is I think it's all I need. honestly. I don't even know that I need it for 20. But to accomplish my financial goals with this particular financial tool, because that's all it is.
And there's part of the thing, well, if we just take that extra that you would spend and start investing that.
Right. And we have tools to do that.
Then we have cash at the end that's.
Yeah. And we have accounts that we can do that with. So. Including one of the life insurance policies I have, which is a whole life policy, or what they call universal life now, I think. But anyways, that's something that we can increase, and I have done that a couple times. I've stepped that up so the cash value goes up.
Do you have to stick with that higher amount once you put it in?
Once you step it up, you're stuck with it. Yeah. Yeah, so I've done that a couple times as we've started making more money.
That has a bunch of fees and all that stuff too. So I don't know.
It's not that bad. The fees are always. So far they've always been made up for by the extra, because it's a cash value, right there. That one has cash value. Like we could actually check that in.
See, I am not a financial savvy investment.
Jason's a smart guy, and he. So that's the way I've been leaning, and that's why I've hesitated, because.
Well, I was the one. I'm like, well, 20 years, Yeah,
but it's because
it's still not enough.
Even if the mortgage isn't completely paid off in 20 years, it would be the final balance would be so low that you could take some of the other money and pay it off and still have a significant, because what do you pay? Like your cost of living, right? For most people, a big chunk of it is your mortgage payment. So if you didn't have a mortgage payment,
mortgage and healthcare, that's where ours goes.
Yeah. Well, healthcare costs, I'm going to just presume that healthcare costs are going to keep climbing.
Well, at a certain point, then I can get the government stuff too, but
yeah. Well, I try not to rely on the government.
My sugar daddy will just have to stick around long enough to.
I'm too stubborn to die. I got stuff to do.
That's good. Keep that attitude. No.
Yeah.
So as we financially plan on social media,
it's real life. Welcome to the Bowman family, y'all. This is this kind of stuff we talk about.
I was working on this.
What are we going to eat? How many babies are we going to have? And how are we going to pay for everything? Those really, we talk about that.
My life is all about how are we going to spend money? Like the vacation.
Yeah. My wife keeps trying to get me to spend money. I'm like, aren't you on vacation now? Like, seriously. She says, no, I'm visiting. I'm
visiting my parents. That's not vacation.
You know how much this trip cost me? $6,000 so far.
We had to rebuild a transmission, not because of the trip. That could have happened 2 miles from home.
But it didn't.
It didn't, but
it could.
So, and it would cost probably more there because labor would have been more expensive. So thank you. Just say it. Thank you, dear. But
we broke down in the stinkiest part of the state.
Yeah, but I this week, because we found out
you blew it up on purpose because you wanted to stay with your parents longer.
No,
there's no way we'd
done something, but I didn't.
There's no way we'd still be there.
I'm ready to pack it up some days with these kids because of their behavior, and you routine. And
we haven't talked about this yet, but I got a call. I was just getting started with the photo shoot, and I got a call from Ramses. That's the name of our mechanic. Ramses called me yesterday.
My butt's puckering now. What?
No, it's good.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. I saw him call and I got nervous. I'm like, I gotta take this call. Sorry, guys. It was good news. So he's basically a day early.
So Sunday, Monday?
Yeah.
The kids are gonna be upset because they're already like, I can't believe we only have whatever.
Shut up. It's time for you to come home. You can leave them.
Well, their behavior's been better. I think it was the amount of sugar that grandma feeds them. So I cut that back and things have been better. Plus they realized that they were going to get less sugar.
Jason and I are living the same life.
Well, that's part of my job is spending the money. Like, right?
I know you think so. I don't remember reading that in the job description, but I do know that's how it really works. Here's how it works, guys.
But you don't.
I pay all the bills and everything else. It just evaporates.
But I'm the one. Oh, the kids need new shoes. We
Oh,
need.
I know.
We need.
They don't ask me if they can have new shoes. I promise you that.
Well, truthfully, they would get more new shoes probably from you because you're the ones like, oh, you sometimes like looking at them like, they're fine. They're
true.
our kids aren't walking around with those. I'm like,
That is true.
But what I've been working on this week was vacation because my Sensi, I earned an incentive and they're offering a cash buyout because of COVID. They don't always do that. And
so Damon is like my sage advisor.
Is that no, that's
Yeah, no, I don't think that was intentional, but
I know, but I do the like
yep.
but
this is the truth right here. That detail is in the fine print. The stuff that we don't read.
But wait a second. Let's talk about this vacation now that you're going to go on if COVID allows us. Because I did find out now that they just canceled all cruises until June. Yesterday, as I'm doing this.
Through May, right? Not through June.
Through May to June, yes.
Maybe we can be on the first one. That would make me feel really good.
And so I booked this cruise.
I don't want another canceled cruise.
Who needed the balcony?
No, it didn't need it. I wanted it. I'm like, look, if we're gonna, what was an extra $3.50 a day?
No, the balcony is a couple $100 more a person, $300 more a person. Well, but it's balcony with obstructed view versus non-obstructed view. I don't understand that. Why would you pay for a balcony and not get an unobstructed?
No, but my thought is, why, if you're going to spend $2,000 or $3,000, which this will end up probably really costing us $4,000 by the time it's said and done because of the
time we buy drink packages and the excursions and
all that stuff, right? Yeah, so it's $4,000. So if you're going to spend, $2,500 or $4,000, why wouldn't? So this is where my mind has changed from when we were 23, 22 to 43. The evolution of Ira's mind is this. I would rather, and I don't know where I got on this, but I would rather do less things, but spend a little bit more on nicer things because it's a once in a lifetime deal. Like we're probably never going to go back to that Mayan place, right? So we did that Mayan temple excursion, which is like a bucket thing for a lot of people, including me. And I will never, ever regret that. I don't know how much
See, I've had to pull, well, honey, we're going to be there. We should do something. Now, with 8 kids, every excursion, even the cheaper ones that are like $30 or $40.
I try to explain that, and those aren't even realistic. $20, $30, or $40.
There's not many of those. Most of them 50.
My foot, they're $100, right? So when you take 10 people on a cruise and have $100 a person, guess what that means? That's an extra $1,000, and usually there's. That's what I'm saying. That's one, and then if you're 3, 4, 5, you start doing the math. It's like, and then everybody gets, because I have this thing, like when we go somewhere, I get everybody a souvenir. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's all that stuff. And
so I this week was trying to look. I got this cash buyout. It's pretty good. It's $2,300 or $2,400 now. I can't even remember, but I was like, well, for that amount of money,
we did this. So they had, we could share all the different options. So they had the unobstructed. That was the one that we had settled on, but my wife didn't know that it was obstructed, right? She saw the balcony price. She's like, she sent me a text. I'm like, yeah, sign us up. That sounds great. Then she goes, oops. I know.
Well, and then how they had it, I didn't realize you could swipe to the side.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the next level up, and it was $600 more a person. And I'm like, that's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I wonder if there's a way we can verify how much of an obstruction it is. Like, I'm thinking maybe it's just some of the tackling, holding one of those emergency boats up or something. Maybe it's not a big deal. But anyways, then she finds these other options, and it was, what was it?
One was $150, one was like $3 more, and then there was one that was
$3 per day per person. So it was like for a week, you're talking like an extra $49 or something. It was not a big deal. So I'm like, well, why wouldn't we do that? So to Damon's point, just get the unobstructed. So we did that. But then the next one up was an even bigger one, right? And that one, I think,
like
was
balcony or something.
Or was it like $7 per person or $5 per person? It was something like that.
No, it was like $3 or something like that. Yeah.
No, more than I think it was $7 more than the obstructed one, not the unobstructed one.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I mean, so basically for an extra $100 or something like that for the whole trip, we get an unobstructed balcony that's extended, and you get more stuff in the room apparently.
Yeah, we get nicer linens and
whatever. So, and then the next one, which we didn't do because there is a limit to how crazy we want to get.
Like $12 more a day or something like that, right? Or $15.
Yeah, and it was going to be an extra like $500 or $600, and so we didn't go with that one.
Yeah, but yeah,
I have my Canon EOS 90D with me, and I will take pictures, and you guys will see those.
Yeah. I had been working all week because I was thinking our kids are getting older. Family vacations are going to be harder to do. And so I was trying to find something reasonable, but you know what? We're in California, so anything local, I don't even know if it's going to be open. You know, I was looking at San Diego and getting an Airbnb and doing on the beach.
Yeah, nothing's open yet still. I mean, it's still
not open. All this stuff's not open. I'm like, well, Lizzie was like, oh, we could be at the beach every day. I'm mom, and I'm thinking sand every day. And I'm like, no.
See, I kind of like that idea though. But then I really like the idea. I like the idea of renting an RV. This is where I'm at. I like the idea for 2022. I like the idea of renting an RV and just driving up Highway 1 to like, Oregon or something.
Well, I was thinking we could go to South Dakota and even see your mom.
But the problem with that is that's like 4 days there and 4 days back. That's just drive time if you're talking about driving.
It didn't seem like that much when I looked at it, but whatever. But I also thought about the internet issue. Well,
actually, maybe not with an RV, maybe not, right? Because what I was thinking is bathroom stops and stuff, and you've got a bathroom in the RV, so you don't necessarily have to stop to go to the bathroom.
But you want to stop along places and see. I mean, that's the thing about RV, right? Is okay, we'll drive here and we'll stop and we'll see this and that. And
yeah,
but you needing to work at internet, so I was looking at all sorts of stuff, and
that's the hard thing, right? For me right now. Now that doesn't mean I won't be able to with scalability. This is, for me to leave for that long right now is hard because I'm doing most of the work myself still. But as the interns start to pick up more of the work and some of these outsourced partners that I use start to pick up more of the work, then maybe it is more possible. But anyways, that's a business scalability issue, a growth issue that I'm looking forward to conquering. Yeah. Growth pains are the best kind of pains. I'm going to tell you that right now.
So while you've been home, I've been looking at how to spend your money.
But you said, I saw your post. You said, I'm done. Enough. Quit showing me the ads.
Well, that's what happened. Like on Facebook, I've searched all this stuff. And so my mom she's like, well, what are you looking at now? Or what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm looking at vacation stuff again, because I get on my Facebook to just check my notification. And now I've got another ad for, oh, well, maybe we could do this. Maybe we could do that. And so I keep checking things, but finally just settled on a cruise for 2 with a balcony.
Where are we going? The Bahamas?
So Freeport, Turks, and Half Moon Cay. And it's out of Baltimore, which I thought, okay, my husband was born there and he doesn't remember that. So I even have the address.
Who remembers being born?
Well, I know, but you didn't live there long enough that you would remember.
We moved away from there when I was 2.5 years old.
Yeah. So I have even Grammy and Pop Pop's house address. So
you do? You got that from Aunt Judy? Or my mom?
Mom. I talked to your mom last night. So
you tried to call me last night. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching, I was doing a photo shoot.
Yeah. And so she probably called me after.
Maybe. She was driving home.
She went, yes, yeah. And so we've got that. I thought, oh, well, that'd be fun. And then we can go to Washington, D.C., which my mom told me.
Everybody keeps saying one day is not enough.
Well, do you want to add 2? Then we can add 2. I haven't booked the airfare and stuff. So I thought
we might want to double that down.
Yeah, at least one day to do, because there's tours that will do like the highlights. And so I thought, well, we'll do at least one day of that. But my mom said,
There's some stuff that I want to go see the Constitution. I want to climb to the top of the Washington Monument. I mean, there's some things that I would want to do for sure.
but then you're gonna have to make your list, honey, and give it to me, and I'll make all your dreams come true with your dollar. My mom said I was.
What is that? What is that? My favorite price is free.
That's right. That's right. So
Ferrari, cherry red Ferrari.
But I'm scared to book the airfare now because so I booked this stuff, and then his aunt says, "Well, I hope you're able to go." And I'm thinking, well, I saw cruises for April and May. I'm like,
yeah, but my aunt cruises more than most people. She would know.
Yeah, and she's like, but then I look up on the news. I booked it yesterday. Yesterday,
they made the call.
Canceled cruises until June. Just yesterday. So when I first started looking, they had all these cruises.
That's our luck, right? My whole life I've wanted to go to Alaska. Like, in full disclosure, I've thought about living there. Like, not just like a flippant thought, like actually thought about living in Alaska. I really want to go there. And so 2020, we had our trip to Hawaii, which I had never been to, but we did get to go because that was January. In my mind, I keep thinking that's February last year, but it was January. Thanks to Facebook, I remembered because it said a year ago you were here.
Director leadership or Sensi leadership trip there.
Yeah. So we went to Sensi, a Sensi trip to Hawaii. So, and then we were going to go to Alaska, your parents' 55th wedding anniversary. They were going to treat us all, and that was going to be June. And then, of course, everybody knows.
And that was going to be our 20th also at that time.
Well, it was our 20th, but we didn't.
Yeah, still had our 20th.
What did we do for it? We do nothing.
We did nothing.
I saved money. I saved money.
Well, and the funny thing is
I was on furlough. Wait, no, I was
to Bermuda though. I had a cruise to Bermuda that I was supposed to go on, but because of our cruise to Alaska, I was like, no, it was too close together. And
that had been canceled too, though. So
yeah, that got canceled too because I was with Sensi, and that got canceled. And then I was going to do our Sensi family reunion, paid for by Sensi, and that got canceled. It's just like everything keeps getting canceled. I need out of the house though. I need a vacation. So
you're not even. Where are you?
Huh?
Where are you?
Where am I?
Yeah.
This is not vacation. I still have kids doing school.
You're in Saratoga?
I am visiting my parents.
Living in a mansion?
It's not a mansion. It's not much bigger than our house.
It's much nicer.
It's much nicer. But
they have real trees.
Yeah. And so, I don't know. A nice real vacation. So do I book the airfare? Here's the other question. Now, do I book the airfare? Because I'm like, oh shoot. If I book
what's gonna happen, then we're gonna have more credit. Can you use the credit that we already have?
Yeah, we can use the credit we have. I don't know how to.
What happens if they cancel that? Do we get an extension?
I don't know. And but then if I pay like for the extra like coverage and stuff too on that, then that's lost money if they cancel on us. Or we book the airfare, and if they cancel, then we spend a longer time in that area, or maybe we drive up the coast. I could go to Massachusetts. We could go to Massachusetts, and even I could show you where I was raised.
I gotta get back to work. I can't, because it's a 7-day cruise, and then if we do 2 days in Baltimore.
No, I'm saying if the cruise got canceled.
Oh.
Then just take that time. If we have the airfare already there and home.
Yeah.
Make our own trip on the East Coast.
We could. I'm sure we could. Yeah, because I've never been to New York City. We could go to New York City.
There's Boston, where I grew up, and I could show you where I lived and take you to the penny candy store and all that good stuff that I talk about from my childhood.
Do some of the Civil War stuff?
Not Civil War. That's Revolutionary. Civil War South. Well, I mean, there is some Civil War.
But yeah, most of that was fought in the South. Well, yeah. I've never been to that part. That's the last. Besides for Alaska, those are the only states I haven't been to, right? I've been to the state of New York through Buffalo on our way to Niagara Falls. Thank you. That was fun. But I've not been anywhere east and north of Western New York State.
I guess I just booked the airfare and
book it. We'll make a plan. We'll make something happen.
We've almost killed an hour already, and we have talked nothing about business or anything else. So what's everyone think? Yay? Do we? I
I don't need to call you later because I'm all caught up.
That's right.
So let's do this. Let's do, I don't know. I mean, we got 4 minutes left for the show.
I could.
Yeah, let's do that. So every show, we have 3 things that we really try to cover. We try to cover business to business, business to consumer, sales and marketing tips. We try to do MLM information because a lot of people have a stigma. They're just not sure how the multi-level marketing companies work. So like Avon, Tupperware, Pampered Chef, Scentsy. So my wife is a Scentsy dealer. That's why it's in the wrapper. So she's a
crazy Scentsy mom.
Yeah.
Hashtag. That's my hashtag.
And that actually started in part because I was working at Denny's. I was actually being interviewed by Jason Ricks, who's in the comments. I don't know if he's still here, but anyways, he was asking me about my life. We talked about, being homeless as a child and growing up poor and all that stuff. And I've told him, I said, I've worked second jobs a lot of times throughout my career to make up, like we would get an unexpected medical bill. It seems like every year.
That was usually why you were working 2 jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of like never paying it off and ruining my credit or, trying to get them to just forgive it, it's like, now I'll go get a job and, we'll pay it off. So I was doing that at the time that you started Scentsy. And that was one of the ideas behind your motivation behind wanting to do it, even though I wasn't a fan of you doing the Scentsy per se, but that was.
And because we had 8 kids, we still have 8 kids, but all of them were in the house, and one was a baby. She was in, a year or less.
1 year old. Yeah.
And so it was like, well, what can I go do that's not going to cost money in daycare and all those things? So
yeah, that was always the problem with you working, was like, it would cost us more to have you work.
Save more for me to stay home
than you would make. Right. Yeah. So, okay. So let's do this. I got that screen up.
All right. Actually, if you go to the home screen and scroll down, you can see the vote back. So I'm going to show right now, and we've showed buddies before, but right there you go. And these are one of our lovable products, and kids love them and adults. We have our friend Laura, and she's actually voted back a couple already. And she voted 1 back, I think, for herself and 2 for her grandson. This one.
Comments, by the way, in case you guys are watching and you want to visit this website, I just put it in the.
Yeah, and so we just started this last year. We've always had Bring Back My Bar, which is bringing back discontinued scents so you can get them again. Now we have Bring Back My Buddy. So because sometimes we were like, oh, I really want an elephant scent buddy. So these are scented stuffed animals. There's a little pouch here that you would put a scent pack in. And here he's got one already here and here. That's
now a multi-brand opportunity. I always tell people about that pouch. If you go to Amazon, and I can share this link, but Voice Express has those, they call them plush pillow. They're voice boxes. So like the Build-A-Bears, that's actually what they were created for, was Build-A-Bear. But you could use that in these. So you could put this, you could put the scent pack and you could put the Voice Express. So like if you got this, you could record something like "I love you," whatever your child's name is.
And especially as a present. Yeah. So this one, so I'm out of town. I'm like, what am I going to do? I wasn't even thinking that my husband's there, that he could grab the product. But I thought, well, right on the bed next to me is little Ira's. We call this is Bagelli. That's his name. Yep. It was really Eliza the elephant, I think.
He loves Bagelli though. So
he's a little loved. You can see that, but anyways, so I grabbed it. And sometimes we've had clothes that you can buy too. So he's gotten a sweater over the years. And
that looks like a Canadian.
Tired. I'm just
Stuart, we got the Gerbers are on here, so we're representing Canada.
Yeah. So right now, all of the non-licensed buddies, because we've had some like Stitch and Winnie the Pooh and different Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, all those types of things. They the non-licensed ones are available to vote back. So if you love unicorns, or your child loves unicorns, or ducks, or frogs, or whatever, we have all sorts of buddies.
So
and which
come
one.
here to vote, and then you can pick which.
Yeah. And so our daughter she wants the boy alpaca.
Look how many there are, too. Like, this is the thing about buddies. There's a ton of them.
Yeah.
The raccoon.
Yeah. And so we voted for the shark. We voted for the boy alpaca because Vivian has the girl alpaca, which is close enough to a llama for her. She loves llamas. So she wants that one back. What else? I can't remember what else. A lot of people are doing Hamish the cow. They love that one. So yeah, so you can vote back that special gift for that kid.
Was this duck one? Was this one of the first ones?
Debbie has that one. She still sticks with it. All of our kids have at least one.
Oh yeah. And the octopus one. This one's really popular in our house. I think that's Vivi. That's Vivi, right?
The year I started. So, yeah. So it's just sort of a fun thing.
Jump on here and cast your vote.
Yeah, and while you're on there, honey, you should cast some votes for our kids because they're, Andy the alpaca. They want the shark. I can't remember which other one.
This is inspired by Ira right here in my teeth.
Oh. The unicorns are always Fair the Flamingo. That was always a popular one.
We got this one.
Yeah, don't vote Gage back. He's cute, but he's not real soft, so he doesn't sell well. But
yeah, the softer one.
The mouse is cute.
Ooh, that one's neat. The elephant. I don't think we ever had that one.
It's a different elephant.
Yeah.
Because the arms are different.
I don't know. Just looking at them, I'm thinking, oh, I remember this one being really soft.
We had that one for a while. The kids like the snail one too, but the shark, the mouth actually opens for the scent pack, so it's sort of cool. I think the little duck, the little with the raincoat, is really cute.
Yeah, that's kind of cute.
Yeah. So
T-Rex, there's a boy one.
Yeah, Ira would probably like that one.
Ooh, that one actually is cool too. Snap the Dragon.
Yeah. All of our kids love them, even RJ and our older kids. Marlena, our one that's off to college right now, and she's 18. And
I recognize this one too, Peyton the Pony.
Yeah, and we had Percy the Penguin. Yeah. But she wanted the Simba because we do have Disney ones, and she had wanted it, and I didn't buy it for her because I'm like, okay, how many stuffed animals does
an
adult need?
Tell them.
And but then it was on sale right before Christmas. It went on sale, and so I got it.
I spent more on her for Christmas than you.
What?
I think I spent more on her for Christmas than you when you add it all up.
Yeah, well, we got her an iPhone, but part of that was paid by a Scentsy incentive that I had earned too. So, but so maybe taking that out, maybe not.
That is still our money, right?
That's okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, I could have put that towards an iPad.
I could have those nice earbud things, earpods, I think they call them, which I don't have.
The AirPods. Yeah. I'm not an earbud person. They give me headaches. Anything like
that issue that we were having earlier with the echo. That's the kind of stuff that would fix that.
Yeah, but I want to spend $200 or whatever dollars on.
Yeah, those aren't cheap, right? Those are like $250, I think.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I would get an iPad, but that's a lot more. So, and then we only had $300, $400 or something from only. Thank you, Sensei. Income disclosure, look it up. Not everyone earns all that, but
if I can, if I can do it, you can too.
That's right. And he's probably saying, if she can do it, you can too. That's what the crazy Sensei mom.
Look, if a mother married to a traveling salesman with 8 kids can have time to do it and rock it out, I'm telling you, you can find the time to do it if you like it. You know what I mean? You have to. You can
rock it a lot better than I do.
you have to like it, right? But if you like it, it's a lot of fun. I like Scentsy. I didn't start out as a Scentsy fan. I honestly didn't even know what Scentsy really was. I didn't care.
He called it the stinky stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not into candles, but Scentsy isn't candles. So that's the first thing you learn is it's not really candles, right? So it's a candle replacement in a lot of ways. But it's so much more. It's so much more than that. But then once you get to learn the company, it's led by an amazing married couple. I really like the brother, so it's a family. Like, yeah, it's like a family business. We've hung out with him more than
Yeah.
Heidi, but anyways. Um,
Well, you know what's funny is I just heard somebody say recently is why they joined Sensi, right? Their why was whatever. So for me, my husband's working 2 jobs, but why do I stay with Sensi?
yeah, whole nother deal. Because
Whole other deal, and that's what he's touching on now. Is it
well,
was a loss, and not just financial and those types of things. There's a community and all those things that I get from.
for me, that's actually the best part of Sensi anymore. I'm just going to be completely transparent with you. I don't count on a penny. I mean, she uses her Sensi money for stuff to pay for things that I don't even know about it. So, like, I don't count on it for anything, honestly.
Yeah.
But the thing that I love about it, I like the company. I like it gives my wife something to do, and honestly, like, it gives her something other than the kids. You know what I mean? Like, that's a thing. I don't know. There was times where I thought my wife was going to pull her hair out every day because it's hard raising all them kids. So I hear.
Did that stop? You need to come back, babe, because I think.
I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have something that.
But you get to have an adult conversation about something other than wiping boogers and what's for dinner, and and then the events and stuff, and you get to be creative with the snail mails and all the different things that you do. Like, there's
recognition. Nobody recognizes,
Oh yeah, and I remember the days where we were like, I don't know if I'll ever hit director numbers again, to hitting director numbers 6 or 7 months.
10 months this month.
So, you know what I mean? But I remember honestly you going like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do this.
Yeah.
So what we call the queue. And then not even sure if we're going to be able to keep the queue. We're going to go back down to superstar.
And I dropped that. Yeah. A couple of times. So yeah.
So, but the thing that all of that stuff, it's all like the things that you want in life take effort, but Sensi is a great company. It's a great opportunity for us. So part of that is because my wife loves it. So that was the start. But then when you get in it and you figure out all the people, and of course there's drama. There's drama in any organization if it has more than 2 people.
And that's the shame, though, is a lot of people don't get to experience. I don't say I was fortunate, but I did push when I first started. And
family. That's TW. Anthony, that's TW.
Oh, is that TW? Yeah. And so I pushed and I earned a trip. And so I got to experience that in the beginning, which a lot of people don't. But if you want to try and you really want to do it, I'll help you. I know how to do it because I failed 3 other times with direct sales. But now here I am 5 years later at a director. So
well, and yeah, you learned a lot, and you're probably better at the motivator and coaching people up now than you were 5 years ago too. So
yeah, I get it.
There is definitely, if you can get in an MLM with somebody who's really going to take you under their wing and help you. And
wait, okay, and you really want to do it. If you're really going to do it.
No, you have to want it. Like, if you don't want it, don't waste your time.
You need to put the time in. It doesn't have to be hours a day or anything like that. But there's a lot of people that think that you join and people are just going to flock to you. And like, I'm going to give you a magic.
It's not magic.
Yeah.
It takes work. My wife. Okay. So let's look at this. What do you think you spend? Not a day, because there's days you don't do anything.
Yeah.
So what do you think you spend per week, time-wise, all in? Emails, order processing, following up with customers.
I'm embarrassed. It's not as much as I probably should.
No, I think but that's a good thing. Because people see what you're earning. They see the trips that we're taking, and
yeah. And there's been times, you know what? I push harder at certain times, and I'll be a lot busier. When I used to do events, and which did help my business, then
she used to deliver pretty much everything that everybody ordered.
Yeah, and I used to do a lot of that, which I've stopped doing because it wasn't worthwhile on a lot of ways.
But the paradigm's changed. Like, people are used to getting things shipped to them now. So.
Well, and depending on where you live. In Texas still, they would probably expect you to deliver more. But if I did an 8-hour event on a weekend, well, there's 8 hours of my week now that are just that. But per day, I could hop on and do some follow-up in 15 minutes. And when I'm doing my mailers, then I'm spending several hours.
Yeah. That's a big production.
Yeah. So that and doing
that. Okay. So when you're starting out, you don't have that production because you don't have, thousands of former clients or current clients to do stuff for.
Thousands, but yeah.
But in the beginning, you're doing a lot of like more events and stuff to build up your database, right?
Yeah.
Now you don't have to do events, which is great because
I haven't done an event in over a year.
But
I did one.
But you have a giant database, so that's the trade-off. So realistically, I think if someone's thinking, like how much time does this take? I mean, I would say, if you plan somewhere between 10 and 15 hours a week, you could probably you could build
really rock it with that.
That's what I'm saying. You could build a really good business. So, if you could do like an hour a day, Monday through Friday, and then give it like 3 or 4 hours on a Saturday.
I even tell people 15 minutes a day can do a world of good for your business. Messaging people and, but then
let's add that up. When someone says, oh, how many hours a week? I mean, that's not a lot. If you're doing an hour a day, 5 hours plus, like I said, give me 3 or 4 hours on a Saturday. That's not even 10 hours.
Yeah.
And you could be a director if you just work that consistently like that.
Yeah. That's the big thing is the consistency. My goal, pre-COVID and all that stuff used to be one event a month. Now there were months, especially when I was trying to earn trips and stuff.
He was doing it every weekend.
It was 3 weekends.
Sometimes it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, well, not usually Sunday because of church, but
and usually it was a Saturday. Usually it would just be a Saturday.
But it was a big production. It seems like your business is, the way that you run it has changed, whether that's just because the virus.
It's definitely evolved.
The moves too. Like when we were in Texas, it was more, like we said, there was a lot of deliveries, mostly deliveries back then, and that would take up time. So, your business can be set up in different ways.
Well, and now I don't live near most of my customers. Yeah. So most of my customers, I have some from the Southern California area, but most of them are Bay Area or Central Valley, California.
When we need new customers, I move, and then we get more customers.
Okay, I've lost some in the transitions too.
We're saying we're not moving.
But so how I worked had to evolve, but I'm still getting pretty good numbers every month, even though I haven't even actually done
director level numbers for 10 straight months, guys.
Yeah, and most months I've been earning monthly sales awards.
Yeah.
So monthly sales awards is
to all the breast implant crisis and aftermath and the concussions and getting coronavirus and moving.
Yeah. So
and her husband losing his job and starting a new business through all of that. 10 straight months. Good job.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I'm waiting till I can say a year.
Working 10-hour weeks.
Yeah. Because before this past year, I would hit director numbers once a year, maybe a couple times a year.
In October.
Yeah. In the hottest season, Christmas time, everyone's, buying. But we've done it 10 months. I actually had a girl promote to director in my team now too, which is exciting.
Is she still there?
She's not. She's gone into director Q, which means that you haven't been hitting your numbers. You have a chance, and you can demote down. It's the only title you can demote from. But she'll do it. You know what? She may drop down a little bit, but she's a rock star.
I actually think that it's kind of a good thing to go into the Q. This is just going to surprise some people, but adversity helps make us better. So, yeah.
Well, the nice thing is you understand too.
Yeah. Well, there's like a supporter, and you got the support from Laura, who's your director, right? So what do they call it?
When you hear, because we had other directors that were in our boot camp and stuff, to hear, nobody wanted to talk about that, but how many went to director boot camp and were already in the queue, and so, and how many actually dropped down. And you do have people, and I know people that hit director, hit star director, and hit superstar, and just boom, boom, boom. But that's not most of us.
Yeah.
Most of us
That's
don't.
That's not the typical journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The typical journey has lots of peaks and valleys.
You're in the top 1% of Sensi, so just everybody keep that in mind, right?
Yeah, or well, top couple percent, something like that. Yeah, about 1% earns the trips. But as far as directors and those types of things, I don't know. We have had an explosion this past year, so I don't even know now what.
Yeah.
But then we've also added a lot of other consultants, so the percentages are probably still similar.
All right. Well, we've talked a lot about Sensi tonight. So
yeah, we are over time. So
we are over time, and I got to go because actually I was supposed to be on a call 15 minutes ago.
Oops.
Sorry, Corey Haber. Actually, you know what? I'll show you guys her. I'm gonna give her a shameless plug because I finished.
Corey.
I finished her website a couple days ago. So Corey is an Aflac. She does supplemental benefits, and I told her, I said, you know what? My wife and I probably need to talk to you too. So, in full disclosure, I hate the way this looks, this little box here. But most of her clients are older, like Bad Eyes. So she wanted the contrast so that the black and white, we like this picture, but I've got a gray background in there, like a smoky background. And so we liked it. And what we did is we started with the Aflac duck, and I adjusted the duck, kind of built her logo out of. So I started with that and kind of worked my way, like deconstructed and reconstructed it. So we liked this clear body, and I can show you down here. It's dotted line.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I like to do the pencil stuff. So there it is. But because of that, we compromised and put a orange background behind it. Anyways, not crazy about that.
So if you need some supplemental insurance.
Yeah, this is Corey Haber. She can help you in all 50 of the United States. So you can, and she's a SHRM certified trainer. So if you come to her podcast, if you are looking for credits, Sherman credits, you can come here and you can watch these episodes and then fill out this handy dandy contact form. And then you get a 1 hour credit for each of the episodes that you fill out the form for. You have to watch the video and then you have to fill out the form for each video. But for each video you watched, and you are, you can receive 1 hour credit. Now there's 6 episodes on there right now, but one of the things we're going to be doing, she just finished the 7th episode. So right after I jump off this call, we're going to be adding the next video. And that's one of the things I'm going to be doing, is teaching her how to do it. So in full disclosure, when I build these websites, I build them editable in Elementor because it's an easy drag and drop website building app. So I try to make it easy for my clients to add new videos and add photos and add a blog post, so they don't have to be a developer to do it. So anyways, I'm going to teach her how to use it now, and then she'll be able to add those in the future. So that's the idea. Anyway, so come check it out. If you're not sure what supplemental insurance is all about, you can come here and you can get an education really fast. And there are, these are the services that they offer, or the types of policies is another way to say that. And if you have questions, there's FAQs. So you can figure out, the answer to some of the most basic questions, like how often do the rates increase? This was one of the questions that, I think you were asking in a roundabout way. One nice thing about insurance policies is the plans are fixed rates when you buy in, so they don't ever actually go up, which is kind of cool. So anyways, this is CoreyHaber.com, which is her name. It's CORIHABER. Not bad for a guy with dyslexia. Booyah. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see you later, babe. We'll see you in a few days.
I'm actually holding out hope for Sunday, but I'll bet it's Monday.
Well, probably, just so you know, is if it gets done that day, we'll probably leave the next day.
Yeah. So I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah. You'll see me when you see me. Enjoy the quiet.
Well, the one thing though that you guys got to keep in mind, remember that guy, you got to pick it up in the afternoon. Like 1:00, I think, is the earliest you can get it. So that might help you out on a Monday. If you guys want to plan for driving down on Monday, I can tell you as soon as I know if that helps you. But because he's got his day job.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. So.
Yeah, there you go. You guys have gotten a lot of insight into the Bowman.
Yeah.
This is it. There's no pretenses here. This is who we are. So we're gonna rock this thing out, and I will see you. Not Tuesday, really? Okay.
Maybe.
I'll see the rest of you. I'll see the rest of you tomorrow. Joe Stepke and I, Saturday's Cup of Joe starts at 8 a.m. on Clubhouse, and we on live tomorrow, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube at 9 a.m. Do you like the show Seinfeld? If you do, join us because it's unscripted. Come in the green room. You can tell us what you want us to talk about. Join us in the comments. Do anything you want. Even if you want to do icons, like I still don't get that, but the emoji explosion she was having fun, or whoever was having fun. So
it's Friday, baby.
It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. What are y'all having for dinner?
We're having Florentines.
I hate you so much. You know what I'm having, right?
And it might be down there, so you better just let me go.
I'm having 5 boxes worth of macaroni and cheese and meat. Not really, but I'm gonna have some because it's there. Yep. Later, love. Mwah. See y'all later. Have a great day.